I'm sorry if I've mispronounced your name,
It's
ma'am.
Chopsian. It's fine.
How do you say it?
Karen Chopsian.
Chochin?
Chop.
Chochin. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. You have 3
Is
minutes.
that going to destroy my seconds?
No, no.
Thank
That's
you.
Starting now.
Okay, first off, I'd like to say my affidavit was sent to Washington and stamped, and by a lawyer that worked for Senator John Kennedy. I'm going to make a long story short because a lot of this is repetitious, and I do see a few faces that I do know. And yes, there was a trough of blank ballots in the center for all the world to see, and welcome to take as many as you wanted, especially after hours. I am an administrator. I've done it for many, many years. I've done fraud at banks, embezzlements, and I've never seen administrative procedure so chaotic. It was a circus in there. They were banging on the doors. I didn't know if I was going to go under the table or leave the building. I could not do my job. So if you expected me to do it, I couldn't. It wasn't flowing right. And one example of me not being able to do my job were the military votes. Military votes I was unable to see at all. The first one, forget it. They wouldn't even let me do it because they said, we're starting and you're going to slow down the process, so we're not going to show it to you. So that was the end of that. And I was like, at the top of my voice, I needed help. Nobody was helping me except young gentleman, a couple young gentlemen, but specifically Evan Schock. He was an independent, and he came in there to help me because they would not allow me to see the ballots. They were 6 inches apart. I was supposed to stay 6 feet. Was that the law? Well, that's the way it works in there. So he had to help me. He had to like rubberneck himself and tell me what each ballot said. 2.5 hours for 19 ballots. And the computer screen was at the opposite end of the table. So everything was very awkward. And these ballots, some of these ballots were opened and stapled shut. So I don't see any administrative sensibility about this since I've done paperwork all my life. I don't know the internal organs of the computer, but I did see 1900 a lot, too, at that military table after those were counted. So there was plenty of those. Yes, do you have something to say?
No, you have 1 minute remaining.
Oh, 1 minute? Okay. So let me just reiterate. Okay, some envelopes were opened and then stapled shut. Poll workers received select few would not allow me to see the first ballot. Yes, okay. So long story short, since this is in Washington and since it is a little bit repetitious, the bottom line is I was not able to do my job because of harassment, and we had a parade of Black Lives Matter in rhinestones. I was told not to wear anything. In fact, I'm wearing what I wore today at TCF. So I did not see anything Trump, but I saw a lot of masks that said BLM, rhinestones. Don't forget the rhinestones. But as an administrator, I could not do my job, period. So there wasn't a lot I could do in all that confusion. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, your
And
testimony.
one comment I'd like to make. My husband almost did, he said, why are you going over there? They're not going to do anything. I said, you know what? I'll go. I'm going to go because I won't be able to sleep at night knowing that I didn't do something. But I'd just like to say that.
Thank you. Do any members have questions?
Really quickly, you
Senator
kept
Tice?
saying you couldn't do your job. What specifically was your title?
I was a poll watcher.
Okay, thank you.
And I couldn't watch the ballots being counted.
Okay, thank you.
Any
Were you
other
a challenger
questions?
or a watcher?
I was a watcher.
Okay.
I was a watcher. I watched everything, and I was told to be a watcher. I don't know, a challenger. I guess I was a challenger, but I was trying to believe that I was a watcher. I was watching everything. I was watching.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I challenged, and I lost, and Evan had to help me. I mean, I'm a pretty, I'm capable of taking care of myself, and I don't know why a young man has to help me and assist me in reading the ballots. This is ridiculous. It was all ridiculous. I would invalidate the whole room because that's how ridiculous it was. So that's all I have to say. I'm just,
Thank you
I'm
for your
just
testimony.
disappointed. Okay.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you for having me.
Next, I have